In this recording, I'm going to show you how to create the most basic web page that there is, and that would be a web page that is just blank. I'm going to be using HTML5 because that's what you should be using when you create a web page right now. And I'm going to start right here in Notepad. I've opened up Notepad by going, I'm in Windows 7, but in pretty much any Windows environment, you can just go to the Start menu, and then I'm just going to type in Notepad, just Note, and then Notepad's one of the choices right here. That's how I open Notepad. You could, in like an XP environment or something like that, you can just go to the Start menu and type Notepad, and it'll show up in the Run command. If you're using an Apple computer, a Mac, you can use the Apple's most basic text program that they have. They don't call it Notepad. I can't remember what they call it right now. I should remember that. I use my Mac at home to do that. But anyways, here we are in Notepad, and I'm going to show you how to write a basic web page. I mean, a basic, web page. I guess there's no better way to say it. We're going to start by saying exclamation point. I put in the caret because HTML, every time you put in a tag, it has to have a caret at the start and then another caret at the end. This little greater than sign is a caret. And I'm going to say doc type, DOCTYP, HTML. Right there. And then I'm going to hit the end caret. That just says, hey, I'm using HTML5. This is the tag that says we're doing HTML5. Now I'm going to say that I'm going to tell any browser that looks at this file that we are using HTML. Then I'm going to start with the HTML code now. This says I'm going to be using HTML code, and then the doc type says this is an HTML5 document, and then this one's going to say now I'm starting my HTML. So that means, hey, I'm starting HTML. Now I'm going to put in a body. So I'm going to say this is the body. And now I'm going to end the body without putting anything in it. Now notice that slash, that forward slash, that's on the question mark key, the key that you use usually more for a question mark. But that's just that same key, you just don't hit shift for it. And then I'm going to end the HTML. So I go that forward slash HTML. That means I am done with my document. There's one other thing I have to do, and I have to save this as a I'm going to save this as a HTML page, as a web page. I'm going to just call this index. Actually, I'm going to call this sample.html. That's all I'm going to do. You can use HTML, just HTML. I don't know why I just always use HTML. I guess it's because I'm using HTML. So that's why I put for the file extension that .htm or .html. It's the same thing. So I'm going to do sample.html. Now I want to view that in a browser. I was going to show you something really quickly though. This is where I have the folder where I have that. I've done some other, basic web pages there, but I'm going to double click on sample, and it's going to open up that sample HTML page, and notice there's nothing on it. Well, that's because I didn't put anything in the body. So now that I have this web page open in Chrome, I'm using Chrome to view it. I could view it in Internet Explorer or Firefox or Safari or Opera, and it'd look just the same for those, at least for what I've done so far. But now I'm going to put something in the body. I'm going to say, hello, world, because that's what people do the first time they do this. Now I'm going to save it. And this time I don't have to do save as again. I'm just going to do save, and it's going to save that document. And it should show up right here, hello world. However, I have to refresh this page. And there's that button right here that I can use to reload or refresh the page. I like to just hit F5 on my keyboard. And, oops, it put it over here. I should have clicked on this. I was still clicked into my Notepad thing. So I'll click over here into my Google browser, and now I'll hit F5. And there it is. The body that I put in there, the text I put in the body, just showed up right there. So that is the most basic, and then the second most basic kind of web page you can do. A web page without anything in the body and then a web page with just a simple basic text without it telling how the text to look or anything. That's going to be my first lesson in HTML, and I will be doing some others very soon.